Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? Mall high salute to the riders. You know where you at? Seven Oaks Hotels 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to this politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Mall high salute to the riders. Before I start this video, I'm not promoting gang life, gang culture. I'm just telling a testimony, giving life experiences, shining some light on the Denver Metro. So with that being said, let's get to this video. This video is a story time, and I'm going to take you back to a situation that occurred. And now that I look back on it, if it didn't play out exactly how it did, Savage would not be here right now. God had his protection on my life that night. So early 2000s, man, there's a flare up in the east side. Reason why, and I had talked about this in a previous video, two organizations, two hoods get into it. The reason why it initially flared up is because an important piece of the oldies gets killed, right? A person that was loved. And the oldies felt like it was some fools that backstabbed them, because at this time, the Crips didn't really have funk with every single oldie. Yes, the Chicky 30s did, but there was not, on a 10 scale of hatred for each other. It was not like that whatsoever. You caught fools getting money together. You caught fools having, relatives were this and that. So there was not all the hatred. But after this situation occurs, the oldies' hatred for Crippin went all the way through the roof, and they weren't really given no passes. They weren't really given no fades. It was, if you were tripping with them fools and they thought you were a part of, the movement that got out there, homie, they're gonna clamp on with gunplay. You better be ready to bust. That's all they were doing at the time. And everybody was sliding, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be back and forth. But the oldies, every chance they got, if they seen, a loc, or they seen anybody that resembled that, oh, they were applying pressure. So, that time frame was real. It was a real hectic, bro. It was a war zone right there. So I remember it was like it was yesterday, bro. I'm living on 30th and Gilpin, and I'm living at mom's house in the west side, but I'm going back and forth to the east side. And where I lived, there was some duplexes right there. And 30th and Gilpin, I said it before, that was a treacherous spot for Crips, right? Used to be deep right there. And I'm talking about, you did not go over there in that area if you wasn't Crip, or they didn't know. If they didn't know you, it was a dangerous aspect to be over there. And at that time, they had like 7 houses all throughout them little blocks right there, Crip houses, hood houses, right? And we're chilling over there. And it was, even, to be honest, it was kind of a little weary for us to even be over there. But my cousins had relatives that were some trays. They knew fools over there. So, it was like a spot we were staying at. And I remember it was a summer day, and I can remember it was like detail. We're chilling in front, and the kids are playing in front, and then some fool pulls up, and he starts talking to the homies that were over there, the locs, and he's a loc. And out of nowhere, he comes and he said, yeah, we got at the oldies last night. And fools were like, what do you mean you got at the oldies? He was like, we had to get at them fools. They were tripping. He said it blatantly like that. And I had talked about this before. I think it was the day before or 2 days. There was cops that were all through the hood. You heard sirens and somebody got chipped, but nobody knew, what the situation was. But when he came over there and he describes it, fools are like, what the hell did these fools do? Hell nah. So then it gets flared up, right? My cousins end up calling me, and they're like, what you hear about this? We heard the Crips is the one that killed. I'm like, I don't know anything, and these are my oldie cousins. I'm like, I don't know, cuz I don't really know. And they're like, well, you know what I'm saying? Be careful out there. because the homies are tripping. So, I kept that in the back of my head. So it's about 2 weeks after that. Um, if you know anything about the 5 Points, the Nickel, there's a food stamp office, the Glenarm Rec Center, all that vicinity. Well, if you go east on Wowton, there's these apartments going towards like 30, like Downing, right? And there's apartments to the left, right across the street from the light rail station. And we used to know some people over there, females. Some of relatives live right there, people, and they were having a function. I used to slide through the east side sometimes and go to relatives' house in Oldeville, but just it was just like different parts of the east side I could go. I have family all throughout there. Go to 26 and Arapahoe, family over there. Well, I'm functioning one night across the street right there in the apartments, and it's getting a little bit late, and I'm like, damn, I need to leave because I don't got a whip, and I don't want it to get too late. And just because of these type of situations, I was like, it's getting late, bro. I don't want to be walking through the east side without anything. I don't have nothing on me. My older relatives were even saying, you guys be careful right now. It's real hot out here. Like, don't be just walking around the hood without anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Try to be mobile. But I wasn't. So I tell a couple of my people, like, I'm about to dip out. Everybody was drunk. Nobody was driving. I was like, and they're like, you good? I was like, yeah, I'm just going to walk over here to my grandma's house. She lived on 26. Well, when you come out them apartments, to the right, there's a school. I think that school's Gilpin or Crofton. It's Gilpin, I'm pretty sure. And then the projects are on the other side right there. Boom, Curtis Park projects. I had relatives over there, and I should have just went to Grandma Mary's house. She lived in the projects right there. But I'm going to 26, so I'm going through the school and then cut over the school. And then I get on the other side, and I get to like California, and there's an alleyway. And when I'm walking towards the alleyway, I see this car, and it looked like a Jeep Cherokee. And it's creeping, and I'm like, fudge, bro, because I ain't got no strap on me. And I'm like, damn, these fools look suspicious. They're slowing down, and they drive by, and half of the window's down, and I kind of like peep the fool in the passenger, and he has a Sox hat on. And if you know about the oldies, they wear socks, Chicago White Sox. I said, oh, those are the oldies. So they go a little bit down the block, and they take a right. I said, oh, fudge, they're coming back. And this time my heart started beating. I'm like, oh, these fools are coming back. So I take off. I'm not even going to lie. I take off, and there's an alleyway, and I creeped in, and I bust that left through the alleyway, and I start going down the alleyway. And I'm running. I'm kind of like jogging, running, and I see that same car come down the alleyway, and it's coming in my direction. So I'm going this way, and it's coming towards me in the direction, and I try to go, and there's like a backyard, but there's a big old fence. I don't have nowhere to go. The car hits the gas and pulls up on me and hops out, and they get to banging on me like, "What's up, Odie gang?" And I'm not gonna lie, homie, like, I'm not gonna act tough. This is a time in my mind I said, I'm dead, homie, because I didn't have nowhere to go. It's nighttime. Odies are tripping. And honestly, I froze up like, And then I don't know what clicked in my mind, but I said, I'm Kenny Garcia's son. My dad's Kenny Garcia. My dad's an old school East Sider. He has ties with Oldies. He has ties with the old school Curtis Park boys, the ESGs, all them. I said, my dad's Kenny G. My cousins Joe and Marky. And they said, oh, that's your relatives? What are you doing out here? Fools is tripping. I said, hey, bro, I'm just going to my grandma's house. They're like, get the fuck out of here, homie. This is Booty Woo from Oldies. I took off, bro. I'm not even going to lie, homie. My heart, because of just the scenario, bro, my heart dropped, bro. When they hopped out and there was nowhere for me to go and it was dark in that alley, I just started thinking like, it's over, bro. Because I'm telling you, homie, like, Oldies at that time were not giving passes like that. Yeah, it was a crazy situation, bro. That was a time when, if I was anybody else and I didn't have no reputables in my family, I probably wouldn't even be here, homie, because it felt like that. It was that real. And I honestly heard the fool that it was down the road, he ended up catching a body and then getting killed. So, yeah, that's what it is, man. Mall high salute to all you guys. Be careful out there, man. Your boy Savage. Hey, I'm not promoting gang life. Don't get it twisted, man. Let's go.